Hello! Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Fable Narrative, and let's get right into this. White BLM, Black Lives Matter supporter, uses the N-word and is then educated by black people. Portland, Oregon protests from July 29, 2020. And I'm going to have the link down below. One question that I have for everybody is that if I asked you whether or not Black Lives Matter was a political party or not, what was your answer? Well, any single person who said that Black Lives Matter had no representation, nothing associated with politics in of itself, well, I'm going to ask the same question with LGBTQ. Is that have any association with politics? Okay. Any person that says no, let's go to the Black Lives Matter website. Second paragraph, Black Lives Matter, #WhatMatters2020, will focus on issues concerning racial injustice, police brutality, like disbanding the entire police, criminal justice reform, black immigration, economic injustice. Okay, whoa. Economic injustice? LGBTQ, wait, what? What does this have anything to do with black lives? Human rights, environmental injustice, access to healthcare. Access to healthcare? Well, if you disagree with us wanting access to healthcare, you are against black lives. Access to quality education, voting rights, and suppression, which I've never seen suppression. I really haven't, unless you were like a conservative or something. I've never seen anybody suppress another person's thought unless you were a conservative or a libertarian. Because again, if you go against the group, and our libertarians have that tribe mentality, well, they do, but they don't care to be part of the collective. While if you're on the left, you have a natural tendency to be part of the collective. And be part of the collective it's a cancer, because it makes you retarded. It makes you incapable of thought. You have to be in lockstep with everybody else you are wrong, because you have to accept whatever the group thinks. You have to, else you are wrong. So again, too much collectivism is truly cancer. Okay, so we already covered a video with a black woman being dumbfounded that 7 black Christians disagree with Black Lives Matter, and this black woman is saying, "You're black, aren't you?" Or, "Aren't you black?" And being dumbfounded that, well, I don't want to be associated with the political ideology, but you're black, so you have to. So let's go ahead and review this video and just watch it, because I saw the first about 20 seconds, and it seems like the guy who's talking to this black officer, which I don't know where this is going to go. I want to see how he uses the N-word or something.
Is here. If we leave here, it's because we're pursuing somebody that committed a crime too.
Why are you guys talking to this guy? There's nothing.
Yeah, it's very difficult to be a police officer because people hate you and people resent you. So why would somebody want to be a police officer? Why would somebody want to police their neighborhoods? And again, any person out there that says we need to have police reform, or more importantly, okay, you could have police reform, because I agree with police reform. Therefore, everyone should be able to. Is that if you agree that you should ban the police, well, I want to make certain that you don't vote liberal. You don't vote for the left. You aren't communist. You aren't socialist. Because if you are, you're going to be enforcing values. You're going to be enforcing policies upon other people, requiring a police force. But we have to get rid of the police force. Well, what are we going to do with it? We're going to replace it with our own. Wow. Okay. I'm grateful you. I'm glad you didn't learn anything in school.
Short of quitting his job that means anything. None
Put your mask on, you bitch boy.
of this goes anywhere or means anything.
One big issue is that if you either have your mask on or off, don't be a fucking pussy and just have it on your chin. You either have it on or you have it off. Fucking bitch, man. It's...
So because I don't have any.
You're a fucking cop, dude. Put down. You're a class traitor.
A class traitor. If you're a police officer, and more importantly, if you're a black police officer, I wanted to let you know that apparently this white man thinks that you are a class traitor. Oh, white people are so horrible. I truly believe that. And specifically white liberals, modern day liberals, not leftists, modern day liberals, because there used to be this definition between a distinction between leftists and liberals. Well, guess what? Modern day liberals are a bane to society because they are a fucking bitch. They're retarded. They're incapable of thought. You are a police officer, or more importantly, you are black, well, you're a race traitor. If you're a police officer, you're a class traitor. How can you be a class traitor? How? If he's trying to prevent you from burning down this building.
You're working class. You probably make 70 grand a year just like we do.
Wait, just like we do? Whoa, 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 whoa. So a $70,000 a year paycheck pays a salary man who's trying to defend the burning of property and the destruction of property in you, who $70,000 or whatever salary or whatever job that you make, and he's a class trader. Again, this is actually kind of retarded logic. You make a certain amount. You make the same as much as me. Therefore, what actions you are doing are opposed to what I'm doing because my political ideology is correct, and because you're against me, you're a class traitor? Man, liberalism is retarded.
And yet you're policing us.
He's policing you because he's the police! Fucking hell!
You can have your appointment.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
You guys are in the wrong right now.
Yeah, y'all are in the wrong. Y'all are in the wrong.
I've been called Uncle Tom. I've been called Turncoat.
Shut up, you black man. Get in your place, you stupid stooge.
It is what it is. It was wrong. And here, do something.
Oh, did you see that? He tried to taunt him. He tried to make him punch him. That's what he's trying to do. He's looking like, oh, I'm for the people, but he's trying to taunt people to hit him. Because any action, what you just saw right there, there's no other action than either to intimidate or to provoke an action upon you, to provoke a reaction upon you, a retaliation. What does that do? What does that do? Does that help people when you do that to somebody? No, it's either a taunt, you're being a fucking dick, or you're being a pussy. Either way, you're fucking retarded.
What did you just say? What'd you say to him?
Oh, well, okay, apparently this is where he's using the N-word. Again, the N-word, for anybody out there, is nigger. Using it to somebody, derogatively, is horrible. I use it from time to time when specifically saying somebody who is, let's just say, a thug, because that may be very racist to a black person, but let's talk about a white person. Calling you a liberal for me is the exact same thing. You're a white liberal, modern day liberal, is retarded, not a classic liberal who believes that America is America and we should maybe even like cut back on our consumerism. We should cut. I was like, that's one thing that I learned from a left-leaning person about like the way that they framed about consumerism with capitalism, how consumerism has actually been degrading the type of products and services and where we purchase our products, like all the infrastructure that we have available. The way that they put it, that was phenomenal. Again, I love listening to people who have a different way of thinking, who have trying to improve society rather than just you're against us, you're bad. So again, that's the difference between a liberal and a classic liberal, and you have to actually use the example of classic liberal. You have to use it distinctly.
What did you just say? What'd you say to him?
Okay, I didn't hear it.
To do something.
No, what'd you say after that?
Nigga, with an A.
So,
with an A.
With an A, nigga. Which again, it's like, well, I don't know why you would use that word. It's like, hey, homeboy. Okay.
Hey.
So you're here for Black Lives Matters, but you're using the N-word.
What the fuck are you here for?
No, I'm just curious.
Motherfucker,
I'm just curious. You're using the N-word, but you're here for Black Lives Matters.
You really honestly live in America.
Okay, so again, so just as an example, the taller, more powerful man is the bitch in the scenario, because he's now like, you just use the N-word. And he's completely just overpassed that. Now, again, I don't like using the N-word to anybody. It's weird. It's like saying the word chink or something. It's just like, that's weird. Saying the word faggot to somebody is weird. Again, unless I've used that terminology before, if you are acting like a nigger or a faggot or a fucking liberal, they're all the same thing to me. They're just degrading words. They're degrading words to attack somebody because of the activities that they are portraying. It's not good behavior in the slightest. I'm justifying my own bad behavior. But again, you don't get to act like a bitch, and then you don't get to tell somebody what they have to do. And then when you're pointed out and you're proven to be the fool and you're dumb and you're stupid for acting how you've been acting, you don't get to put your hands up and say, "Oh no, don't hurt me." That's being a fucking bitch. That's being a faggot. That you're using femininity, you're using the feminine charm, you're using, oh, you're weak, therefore we have to protect you. It's like, no. You're an adult. We're going to treat you like an adult. If you want to tell me what I'm going to be doing, well, do it. Make me. And the only time that somebody can actually make you is that you're actually harming somebody or stealing their stuff or something. So that's oh, I'm probably having so many contradictions there. But again, it doesn't have anything to do with that. It doesn't have anything to do with any person out there that is actually gay. It doesn't have anything to do with somebody who's out there who's actually black or white. It's you specifically portraying certain actions that are just spiteful, pathetic, retarded.
In 2020, but you don't know the difference between a hard ER on the end of the N-word and an A.
So you're saying white people can say that?
White, I just did.
Oh.
To this guy right here.
Interesting.
And you know which white guy specifically? The one who's been standing over there for...
Okay, I'm a morally good person because I'm for this group. And if you're not for this group, which is one of the reasons why I believe that Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ+ makes you retarded, is that I'm for these immutable characteristics within somebody, and I value them because they're weak, pathetic, or dumb, or stupid, or they've had injustice in their life because of these immutable characteristics, regardless of whether or not they actually have had it. I'm assuming it because of their immutable skin color or immutable characteristics. That's fucking retarded. That's retarded. I can keep saying that because it actually applies. It's like somebody calling me a racist. It's like, okay. I mean, maybe the behavior that I'm actually portraying, trying to explain why these things are wrong, that might be racist activities and behaviors, and I'd be accepting to listen to that. But it's one of the things of just like, why are you racist? It's like, why do you like being racist? Well, wait, let me look at that one comment. Man, somebody was actually really, it was funny. What's it like being what's it like being as a racist you are? Holy fuck, that's even more. Wow. Okay, that's even more deconstructed, more butchered of a sentence. They literally said, "What's it like being as racist as you are?" Like, okay, it's a little off syntax wise. It's a little off. What's it like being as much of a racist as you are? Rather than the way that they said it. Gosh, they're literally retarded, man. It's just like, again, that presumes that I am a racist rather than portraying whatever racist activity I'm doing, and you need to call out that certain behavior. Again, being on the left is retarded because all you have to do is not think, go with the group, and start preaching whatever they start saying. It's like literally taking the red pill. A lot of people don't like to associate this, but if you take the red pill, it has no association with Republicans. In the current modern day, it actually does. You don't have to be a Republican in the slightest, but I don't see how conservatism or modern day conservatism, libertarianism, and classic liberalism, because they did mean something different 20, 30 years ago. Now there's something that they are different, that they are more accepting of any and all things. It's like, I disagree with you, fine, fantastic, I'm going to walk away. I think that you are stupid, I'm going to walk away. You're not telling me how I have to live? You get to do whatever you want. I mean, I can call you out, I can call you stupid, but I'm going to walk away. But if you're telling me that I have to act a certain way, and you're actually enforcing police to do that, and you're trying to defund the police and then install your own, you're the legitimate retard. And I'm going to keep on saying that. There's people with whom I disagree. Which one is it? Kyle. There's a left-leaning political commentary, Kyle something, on YouTube. I don't remember his name. I don't follow him, so I apologize. I don't like to get names incorrect, so I apologize, Kyle. But I disagree with almost everything that he says. I really do. I think he borderlines on the, you better do it or you're racist. You better support Black Lives Matter or you're racist. I think he teeter-totters on that. I don't know. I'm not too certain. But I don't care what he does. I really don't. He's not coming after me. He's not going out and burning things. And if he ever did say, hey, you need to go out and burn... I've said stupid, dumb things in my past. I've said stupid and dumb things during this video. Okay? But I don't care what you do. When the moment that you attribute an immutable characteristic with a political ideology, you're in the wrong.
For hours holding a Black Lives Matter sign.
So that means you can say whatever you want.
White cuck.
That means whatever...
You're a white cuck? Wait, what is that? Again, you're a white cuck. What does his skin color have anything to do with the argument of being in either a favor or against or opposed Black Lives Matter? And this guy who's recording doesn't disagree with Black Lives Matter. He's just arguing with him. Because I'm for Black Lives Matter, and you're disagreeing with me, therefore you must be a cuck. But I'm also going to point out your skin color because your immutable characteristics. I don't get that. I can call it like the bane to white people are white people because they are so overtly privileged that they start seeking out victimhood where there is none inherently.
Whatever you say, whatever you want.
Trump supporting
bitch, say it.
fool.
Hey,
Fool! Oh, come on, you could have said bitch. It would have made you look cooler. And now he has his mask on. Why does he have his mask on now?
you're the one holding the BLM sign and using the N-word. Wrap that
So
together.
have you never listened?
Wait, why'd you take off your fucking mask? I'm gonna make a point. So apparently you don't give a fuck about COVID. It's literally just you wanting to put on a mask to seem so virtuous. Oh my gosh.
Listen to rap music. There's probably, I would guess.
Wait, what?
Wrap that
So
together.
have you never listened to rap music?
Okay, everybody out there, what he just said is, I would say is true, but he's using it as a point, a value point. Have you never listened to have you never listened to rap? They always say the word nigga. Yes, but that's the issue. They're using the word nigga rather than the word nigger because as a black man or black woman, they have the availability of using that word against or for each other. But you can't say it as a white man. It's weird. It's weird. I mean, I don't like using the word nigga, just pretty much like the word nigger. They're both weird to me. I grew up in a world where there wasn't any racism. So any person that starts spouting racism is weird to me. It's weird. You might have it's very specifically, it's very difficult to become UPS, the company, the package delivery company. I was trying to think of what the words are. The package delivery company, UPS. It is very difficult. There's one thing that a Marine said to me when I was in high school, probably in sophomore year. A Marine who was friends with my brother, and he was just doing as an off the cuff remark, and he wasn't getting political about it. He was just like talking, and it just was brought up is that if you are not military or black, it's very difficult to become UPS. And that's weird. Why is it very difficult if you're not either the military, which is a service, or black, which is an immutable skin color? Why is it difficult to get into something if not that? I disagree with that. Like, I don't care if you're fucking black or white. I don't care if you're, again, Cuban. Black, white, yellow, brown, and Cuban. So, that's funny. That doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It's just weird. Racism is weird.
There's probably, I would guess that there are 320 million people in the United States.
Yeah.
Probably 319 million of them have heard rap music.
Okay, what does that have? He's using an authority complex. He's using the authority argument. Because there are many people that do it, therefore it's good to do it. If 80% of the population live paycheck to paycheck, not saving, not investing, not thinking about the financial future in the next month, next year, let alone the next month. That's not a good thing, but most people do it. But you're saying because the majority of them do it, therefore it's good or bad. It's like, wait, what? You can use it as a reference point, but you can't use it as the basis. It's not a foundationally good argument. Because the majority of people could be practicing slavery. And if the majority of people are not practicing slavery, therefore, at any single point in history, if the majority of people were slaves, therefore it was morally good to be a slave. It's like, wait, what?
At some point. Have you not?
So that means we can say
Have
whatever
you
we
heard
hear.
rap music?
Say no. No, I've never heard rap music. Because I'm not black. That'd be fucking hilarious. What's rap music? Isn't that when they go with the banjo going do 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 do? Oh my gosh, I would love to egg this guy on, but I probably wouldn't in real life. I'd probably be like, okay, yeah, sure, okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
That means we can
Have
say
you
whatever
ever
we
heard
hear.
it in your life?
That means we can say.
Okay, what does that have anything to do with the situation? If somebody has never heard of rap music, are you going to hold it up against the... Is he going to use that argument of somebody not having listened to rap music, therefore they're against Black Lives Matter? Isn't that a bit racist? This is funny.
Say whatever
So
we
have
hear.
you heard rap music?
He's asked that question quite a few times.
So then you know the difference between an A on the end of that
Do I?
word and an ER.
Do I? Why do they use the word? It's weird that they use the word. For me, I think it's weird that you have exclusively racial language that it's weird for other races to use it. For example, if Asians, or Koreans, let's just go specifically Koreans, South Koreans, because North Koreans have been fucked over by their government, so they're essentially non-people. Legally, they're non-people. Oh, it's a tragedy, man. I don't even know what my point was anymore. I just started going off of something racist.
Love to see you use
ER
that.
is what people like you say.
What? ER is what people like you say. That argument is on point. Oh my gosh. Let's listen to that again. That stupidity.
An A on the end of that word and an ER.
I'd love to see you use
ER
that.
is what people like you say.
ER is what people like you say. Because you're a racist, because you're against Black Lives Matter. This is why Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ plus are just retarded. You have a political idea. And feminism. Feminism is retarded. Because it makes you value particular things about immutable characteristics. And then based off those immutable characteristics, you have to think and feel a certain way. Go fuck yourself, you retard.
Oh,
People
really?
like you say stuff like that.
You people. Again, this is why, you people, you Trump supporters. What if this guy right here is not a Trump supporter? I have no inclination to think that the guy who's recording this thing is a Trump supporter, but instead somebody who just supports the police. Or even somebody who's just there recording. I don't see anything on them. I don't see any other America or Trump things around them. Or I probably forgotten they were actually on camera. I just wasn't paying attention to them because that guy at the very beginning was going, ew, yeah, do something about it.
Yeah, you have no idea what I
Dumb
say.
Or you're
In
a
fact-
liberal.
in fact,
You say-
Or a liberal or whatever. Here's the really key point. I'm using the terminology of liberal because I believe that current modern day liberalism is a gateway to fucking leftism. Because all you have to do is just say, no, leave them alone because of, or let's treat them differently because of their immutable skin color. And where I say classic liberalism is, I don't give a fuck about your race. I don't give a fuck about your sex. You're not allowed to destroy somebody's property. But, yeah, children. They're just children. Liberalism is, I'm going to say it, it's going to sound sexist, is the activity that mothers do to their children. Leave them alone, okay? I want to do good. Again, hell is paid with good intentions, meaning that, well, let the child eat all the cookies that they want because I love letting my child eat the cookies because I want him to be happy. Well, 20 years of age now he has diabetes. It's like, oh, I don't think you really cared about the kid. Like, regardless of whether or not you cared about the kid, your behavior fucked the kid over. That's what happens. Your intent and your actions, which I'm not immune to these. I probably have so many mea culpas to do at the end of this video, saying like, oh my gosh, I'm so evil. Slap, slap, oh my gosh, whip. But I'm not whipping my back, I'm whipping somebody else's back. And you know where I'm gonna go with that? I'm whipping another guy, I'm whipping a black man. So bad. Man, it's so fucking hilarious because you know it's wrong. That's why I laugh at it so hilariously, so outlandishly. It's just so wrong. It's so funny. It's like in the show Leverage, Alec Hardison is trying to get past the airport security to get into the radio tower because they're trying to prevent a heart from being transported because it was stolen by so on and so forth. It's very convoluted, but he's trying to get into a radio tower at the airport, and he needs to get past the third gate. They got through first and second, but now they're on third and they need to go home. And what happens is that he has to unlock his pen for a badge that they stole, and it's the badge that they stole was of a black woman, and he's a black man, Alec Hardison, the actor. And when he gives the key, the badge to the people to unlock, the security guards, they look at the badge, they look at the image, and they look at him, and they're like dumbfounded. What? Who are you? And then Alec Hardison plays the role like amazingly, And it's like, yeah, I know that I used to be Tamara, but you know what? Deep down, I'm Frank. I can't do it justice, but it's like I know I was Tamara, but you know, deep down inside, my name is Frank. And then it's just the transition between one and the other was so extreme that it was hilarious. So that's one of the reasons why I laugh at the stupidity and like absolute racism, because it's just like, what are you doing? That's stupid. Again, there's grades of stupid. I'm trying to explain how I'm thinking and feeling right now, but I probably should just get right back into it.
I'm over here talking to a cop. Fuck you and everything.
If you talk to cops, you're evil.
In fact, I'm the one who had a problem with you saying it.
You goofy.
You goofy fuck. Who uses the word goofy as an insult? You goofy fuck. You goofy fuck. What?
Fuck.
That's
Yeah, wait, he's flipping the guy off not on camera. You know what I would do? You don't flip the guy off, you flip the camera off. But if you flip, it's just like, you're being recorded, man. I don't know if he knows he's being recorded.
You fucking dumbass.
That shows.
Yeah, wait.
Trump supporter, whatever the fuck.
Did he say that he was a cisgender? Cisgender, for anybody out there, are those who are born of the same gender, same sex as their gender is, of how they act. Which, again, gender and sex are the same thing. There are only two genders. Anybody who says that there are grades of it, I can understand your position, but you cannot substantiate it anything beyond sex. You can't. You cannot. Other than it's however you want to think and feel, and all I have to do to debunk the entire argument is ask, what's a woman? And at that point, it all comes down to either sex, or it's whatever the individual thinks and feels. Therefore, there are no genders. So again, it's. I understand your position if you are left-leaning, liberal-leaning. I understand your intent. I've been there before. All you have to do is just like ask questions. Again, I ask questions all the time, and I get the wrong answer. So I'm not immune to this. I'm not. If anything, I should be probably pressed twice as hard for maybe some of the things that I say, because again, just because I say it doesn't mean it's good. Just because I may be pointing out something bad doesn't mean that I get to use bad behavior or bad words. I understand that. I just kind of get pissed off. So let's keep going. Let's get to the end of this. 27-minute video, and it's only 2 minutes in. Oh my gosh. 10 minutes. More than 2 minutes. I can't do math. What is math? Almost 19 minutes per minute. Wow.
Goofy fuck.
You goofy fuck. Who uses the word goofy as an insult?
That shows you.
Fucking dumbass.
That shows.
Or Trump supporter, whatever.
Probably centrist rather than cisgender. Probably centralist.
Who the fuck you are? What did you say?
What did you say? Makes you look retarded, bro.
N-word with an A on the end. Have you?
Okay, why would you use the word nigga to a black person specifically? What, again, you justifying that you can use it because you are for Black Lives Matter, holding up the sign. I want you to define to me what the word nigga is with an A. Because if you are only using that for a black man, one is nigger, hard R, and one is nigga, a soft A or something, A-H, nigga. Why would you exclusively use it on a black man? That's weird. Again, it's weird. I don't like it. I don't like hearing people say it. I especially don't like it when black people say it. I don't like racial terms being used with exclusively certain races. That's weird. You use English. There's English words that I disagree with, like the word. Okay, let's just go with a word. The word pansy. Pansies are flowers. So anyone who uses, I'm just making a point, but it's like, it doesn't make any sense. They're flowers. Why would you use a flower definition for any other definition, any other example other than flowers?
Honestly, never heard that. You've never listened to rap music.
You've never listened to what he is saying is black music? That's awesome.
Very never hung out with black people.
Just very curious.
Well, wait, he's never hung out with a black person, because I wanted to let you know that if you're a black person, black people say the word nigga. So any black person out there who does not use the word nigga, you're doing black wrong. Oh my god.
You really don't have a point here. You're just running your fucking mouth.
I think we both know who's just running their mouths.
You stupid fucking white guy.
Oh, did you see what he did there? He tried with all his might to do a what's that thing? A dab. He tried a dab, but more importantly, he tried to make the guy he's talking to flinch. Because when you flinch, you either do two things. You make them either feared, fight, flight, or freeze. When you are forcing somebody, when you are acting in a way to make somebody flinch, there's two possible actions. You're trying to intimidate, which this guy has been proven to be a terrorist. He's trying to intimidate using fear to get people to think and feel how he wants with their political agenda. Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ+, you're all in the same camp because Black Lives Matter, I need you, LGBTQ+, to call out Black Lives Matter for this one guy who is using fear with those he has a conversation with to bestow fear, and because they disagree. Let's watch that again. That actually pisses me off. When you're actually acting like a fucking, not retarded, you're a terrorist. Let's watch what he does right after he's about to walk away.
You really don't have a point here. You're just running your fucking mouth. You stupid fucking white guy.
Right there. That has no other action, that has no other intent other than to provoke the other person. No other intention than to provoke. He didn't harm anybody. So again, nothing should be done to him. But at the same time, if something does happen, who started it? He did. The other person again, the guy's recording, chose not to act. Guess what? He was in the right. Because what would have happened is that all the Black Lives Matter members, because he's holding the Black Lives Matter sign, they can all come over and start beating up a Trump supporter. And guess what? It was the Trump guy who started it because he disagrees with Black Lives Matter. That's why Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ+ are retarded, because you have a political ideology based off an immutable skin color, an immutable characteristic about yourself. That's retarded. Because it makes you, because again, that does, if you don't call it out, Black Lives Matter or LGBTQ, that we're not a political group, we're not a political association, and you stop with all the political activism, stop it, just stop all of it, then I'll start listening. But but because you are inherently political with an immutable characteristic, that's why I just can't get on board. I cannot get on board with somebody who just says, I'm white, therefore. You're white, therefore. I'm black, therefore. You're black, therefore. That's weird. That's racist. And I have racist thoughts every time to time because, again, if you're white, it's like you're a woman? Oh, you must be. But again, that doesn't mean it's good behavior, and it's usually checked out right out the door the moment that I speak. It's like, well, oh, wait, I was wrong. And laugh about it because, again, racist thoughts doesn't make you a racist. You valuing those racist thoughts makes you a racist. You're black. And then it's like, oh, you're black. You must have a big penis. It's like, that A might be true, but just because of that, it's like, okay, so what? So fucking what? That's the whole point. It's like, okay, whatever. As long as you're treating people with kindness or whatever, I go for it. I don't fucking care. Put your mask on, you bitch boy. You can't say that shit anyway, bro.
I'm an entertainer. If you don't say that, why do you guys keep doing gas for people?
Can't say that shit regardless, bro.
There you go.
Okay, so this black man in the car, which I am so on board. I did not know this is where it was gonna go. If I understand correctly, I want to watch this again.
I'm an entertainer. If you don't say that, why do you guys keep doing gas for people?
Can't say that shit regardless, bro.
There you go.
No matter what, you're supposed to say it, bro.
There you go.
Again, I so am on board with the guy in the car. He probably has his, I can't see the passenger, but I'm assuming. Okay, it's because they're black in a dark car. Racist! No, but that's so true. It's like, it's weird to say it. You should call it out when somebody says it. It's like, if you say the word without using it towards or directed towards somebody, you're in the right. You can say the word nigger. You can say the word nigga. You need to be explaining as to why you said that. And if somebody gets pissed off, be like, well, I'm sorry, it's not what I meant. Here's what I meant. But you also have to explain that. And only if they actually have the intent to listen. Because if not, it's like, oh, you used the word nigger? Shit. It's like, oh my gosh, you're so evil. It's like, no, I'm using it because I'm saying it because I think it's a horrible word to use, and I will only use it in particular moments when the person is acting like a horrible person. Again, it's like, well, you shouldn't say it anytime. I'd agree with you on that one, and that means that I'd have to change. Which, again, I'm changing my mind right now, and I'm kind of regretting some of the things that I said in this video, but... oh, that's something I'm just going to have to live with. Woo! But I totally agree with that. I think it's a weird thing to say. That guy's not wearing his mask. It's like, again, the one big reason why I think it's weird to have your mask partially on is that it makes you... It's like tiptoeing around and pushing people into the street. It's like you're being very cautious, doing the wrong activity you're trying to prevent yourself from doing. I don't get that. Or like you wear a reflector belt because you don't want to get hit by traffic, but then you walk in the street. It's like those activities are weird. It's like either take the fucking mask off or put the mask on, you fuck. Trump supporting idiots. How do you know this guy's a fucking Trump supporter? Look at how... Okay, first off, why are you wearing those cloth materials in a very bright, hot, I'm assuming hot day? Oh, okay.
Facts over feelings, guys. Facts over feelings.
Facts over feelings? Shut up, you white man. You're white. You don't matter.
How are you going to sit there and say you're for Black Lives Matters and you're dropping the N-word? I don't get that.
My jurisdiction.
That's so funny. Okay, that's it. Okay, one last thing that I have to say is that it's not good to use, and even going through this entire video, it's one great thing is to, the First Amendment in America is a phenomenal thing because it based off one principle is that you have the right to think. You have the right to think. Because when I was saying all the things that I was saying about like, hey, nigger, faggot, all these things, I was very angry when I was saying it. I probably should stop saying it. There's maybe specific moments in which it would be applicable to, but at the same time, I should stop using those words. That, again, I should be called out on those things of like, hey, you shouldn't be using those words. You're right. It's like I shouldn't be using those words. It's nothing about the ideology. It's just like those words are inherently offensive because of their history or something. It's like, you know what? I'd agree. I'd agree with that. Shouldn't use it. I was wrong. So I was wrong on that one, so I apologize for saying those words. But I'm grateful that I at least got it out, because you can think a thought for years, and until you express it, you may not realize how dumb or stupid the idea is. So it's one of the reasons why successful people become successful is because they get all the bad ideas out. They go out, they practice, they do something, doesn't work, they go out and they do something else, and then they figure out what works, and they just double down on that. And they figure out what works and what works and what works. So it's like I'm still trying to figure out what works in life. So maybe I have all this built up anger over the years of just watching all this stupidity around me, and I wasn't able to articulate myself. And then once you realize that it's just like it makes you literally retarded. I think that framework helps. That you don't have to be pissed off about it. It's just like if somebody has again, an immutable characteristic, and then any ideology associated with that immutable characteristic would be weird, wouldn't it? So it would make you literally retarded, incapable of thought or thinking, because you of a certain immutable characteristic has to get in line, follow suit, bend the knee, shut up, put up, get back in line or something. It's like, yeah. So again, I apologize for anybody out there, and if you're calling me out in the comment section, thank you. I don't mind getting called out. Call me out. But again, if you just say racist, it's like, okay. Okay. I mean, it's just, okay, move on. So, okay, with that being said, thank you very much for being part of this. Please post your questions, comments, and concerns right down below. Please hit that, please smash, Snooki wants smush. South Park Snooki. Sergi Doors? What is it called? I don't know what it's called. That was with whoever Snooki was, whatever show that was. New Jersey something, where they all were just orange people wanting to fuck each other. I don't know. It was a weird show. Please smash that like and subscribe button, because that would greatly help this channel out. And most importantly, go out and do wonders. Thank you very much for being a part of this, and I'll see you next time. Boop.